students, I am Anamika, your bio teacher, and today I am here with the same chapter, that is chapter 2, Nutrition in Animals. And today's topic is nutrition in frogs and other animals. So let's recap the previous topic or the previous lesson, what you have read in the previous video. In the previous topic, you have read about the nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba, that is a single cell organisms in which all the function like ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and finally egestion, that is performed by a single cell. So in amoeba, the false feet, the pseudopodia, this is known as false feet of amoeba, and which is used for both movement as well as for capturing the prey. I think this is clear from the diagram that how the amoeba capture the prey with the help of the pseudopodia, and after that food vacuoles are formed, digestion may takes place, and finally the undigested food material that also removes from the body, and this process is called phagocytosis. Next is the nutrition in hydra. In hydra, this is called tentacles. These are the tentacles like pseudopodia. They also use these tentacles for capturing the prey. So if any prey or the insects or whatever their food that comes in their way, the tentacles trap them, and this is the mouth through which they take their food, and after that digestion may takes place inside their body, and finally undigested food that also removed from the same pathway. So that means in hydra, mouth and this is a function as both mouth as well as anus. Next is nutrition in frog. Frogs and toads are the carnivores, and I think carnivores, that is clear to all of you. Carnivores, that means the animals, those who eat flesh. Flesh eating animals are called carnivores. So frog and toads are the carnivores, which they generally, that means eat the flesh or meat of the other organisms. A small to medium sized frog, they eat the insects such as the flies, mosquitoes, moths and dragonflies. And larger frog, they will eat larger insects like grasshoppers and worms. And even some larger frogs will even eat the small snakes, smaller frogs also, mice, the baby turtles. So in this way, these are the food items of the frog. Next is how they obtain their food. What is the mode of taking food in the frog? So actually in frog, their tongue is specific, or you can say they have the special type of the tongue which is not present in humans. So what is the special criteria of their tongue? Actually their tongue, that is attached at the front part of their mouth, and in humans, so suppose this is a mouth, so their tongue is attached at the front part, and whenever any insects comes in their way, so it throw its tongue outside. So in this way it throw its tongue outside, and in their tongues sticky substances are present. In saliva, sticky substances are present, and with the help of the sticky substances, insects may got stuck in that. And their saliva is also very thick, you can say even the thicker than the honey also, and when they catch their prey, it again roll their tongue and put inside their mouth. So in this way they take the insects or prey inside the mouth, and further the other process of the that means digestion, absorption, assimilation and finally egestion may occurs. And do you know that the length of their tongue, that is approx 1/3 of their body length. So their tongue is approx 1/3 of their body length, and it can, that means hold up to the 1/4 of their body weight. So it can hold the items approx 1/4 of their body weight. So you can imagine that how strong is their tongue. So in this way their tongue helps in catching the prey, and even the, you can say, the heavier objects also, which is not present in humans also. In humans, the tongues are attached at the back. Right now, I am going to show you one animation. Then you should easily understand that how frog obtained their food, or you can say they catch their. So I think from the given animation, that should be clear that how frog capture their prey. So next, see that how nutrition occurs in paramecium. So paramecium that also belongs to the group protozoa like amoeba. And this is the diagram of the paramecium, in which this is the hair-like structure which is called cilia. It is given here. And this is the oral groove which function as their mouth. So actually what happened, whenever the food items comes in their path, the cilia, the hair-like structure, they push the food item towards the oral groove. And the oral groove that capture the food items, and after that what happens, food vacuoles are formed. So these are the food vacuoles, and which helps in the digestion. So after digestion of the food particles, the undigested waste, that means the undigested materials, that may remove from their body with the help of this anal pore. So in this way, in the paramecium, ingestion occurs through the oral groove. Further digestion also occurs in their body. This is also unicellular organisms, but in paramecium, two nucleus are present. One is macronucleus and another one is micronucleus. So the undigested food materials that removes from their body through this anal pore. Next is nutrition in butterfly. Butterfly gets their nutrition from nectar of the flowers. As you know that butterflies suck the nectar of the flower. They also sip water from damp patches to get hydrated and feed on nectar from flowers. As a result, they are able to obtain sugar for energy along with the sodium and other minerals for reproduction purposes. So mainly they feed on two types of plants. Sometimes they feed on the you can see the flowering plants to suck their nectar, and they also feed on the food plants. Why? Right now I told you that butterfly depends on two types of plants to survive. One is flowering plants to produce nectar to keep butterflies alive, and the food plants that are ones on which the female can lay her egg. So in this way, that means the butterfly depends on two types of plants, but the mode, that means how they obtain their food, that is the method of sucking. That means they suck the nectars from the flowers, and sometimes they also alive on the food plants for which purposes? For laying her eggs. So thank you students I think that means whatever the topic that is taught in this video, that should be clear to everyone. So thank you.